In this world, people create monsters. And out comes monsters, is chaos. Chaos and bloodshed. Humanity don't realize on what animals they cooked up. These animals are no ordinary that can just roam into the wild. They are made to kill, to seek, and to destroy everything. There is nowhere to hide and nowhere to run. They won't stop at nothing until what they have accomplished, and that's to kill everything for sport, but also for pleasure. And there is no other like the Indominus Rex. They are rage, brutal, without mercy. However, this is only just the beginning. To put that dramatic intro aside, hey guys, this is Kiro and welcome back to another video. So I thought I wanted to do something a little different for today, and since I came across this great hybrid war that's been going around, that got me interested in to how this was all started, that this was made by Goji Center when creating the Indominus Rex 2.0. Basically the Indominus Rex, but just steroids, cause Jesus Christ! But anyways, yes, the Indominus Rex got more of an improvement than the original Indominus Rex from Jurassic World. So instead, a lot of people have been seen very interested into this new improved hybrid. Until one person came across this hybrid by the name of Goji Guy when creating his own hybrid to take down the Indominus 2.0. So he made a theropod-like hybrid that goes by the name Hank, and supposedly that it was supposed to be stronger and more fierce than the Indominus Rex 2.0. However, it turned out to be a total disaster by having the hybrid smashing its own face off and its arm ripped off. Goji states that the hybrid did this to himself before he can get into action, while explaining its critical weaknesses. And here that I thought that Hank was going to be the more superior hybrid out of all of the other hybrids from the Jurassic World franchise. But because of this animal having too many genomes in its genome system, made it pretty difficult for the hybrid to even use its weapons properly. But I gotta still give credit to Goji Guy's hybrid, which is pretty fantastic and horrifying at the same time. But after that incident, there has been many people making their own versions of their own hybrid into battle so that they can fight the Indominus Rex 2.0. Some of them look really cool, some of them look scary, some are very interesting. So today I'm going to make a hybrid that'll take down the Indominus Rex 2.0, but making sure that I'm choosing the right DNA for my hybrid to use its weapons and strategies effectively. So without further ado, let's get straight into this. Now, in order to make a good hybrid, you at least need to have the right corresponding DNA in order to make your hybrid more dangerous or more superior than others. Because unlike some people that they tend to add so much DNA into their own hybrids just to make it superior seems, I don't know, a little too much. Not only that, but they are giving them more weaknesses without them even realizing. Because, you know, having too much genes don't mean that they would make them stronger. So since the Indominus Rex 2.0 had 9 genes, I'm possibly gonna have my dinosaur having 11 genes in its system. So it would have more DNA than the Indominus Rex 2.0, but not more than the original Indominus Rex. So sure, my hybrid is gonna have a little more DNA than the Indominus Rex 2.0, and it may seem lacking, but at least I'm not mashing too much DNA into the hybrid, unlike others. So enough of me yapping, let's talk about how I would create my hybrid. So to start off with the build, which will be the body and the head, we're going to be putting in the Acrocanthosaurus for the build. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, why can't you use T-Rex DNA? Obviously, they're like one of the most strongest land carnivores that have like the most strongest bite force. For one, is that these guys like to hunt big game such as sauropods, just like the Giganotosaurus. 2 is that they do indeed hunt the same animals similar to what T-Rex has hunted down. And 3 was because that these guys were much faster than the T-Rex with their powerful back legs. But also because these guys know how to keep their balance thanks to their strong arms and legs. Although their bite force isn't as strong as the T-Rex, but it's enough to crush bone and tear through flesh. But we'll talk about the bite force later on. Next, we're putting in Gigantoraptor DNA, equipping the hybrid for more stronger hind limbs and the beak. This animal's hind limbs are very strong that allow it for fast movement and likely agile maneuvering despite its large size. And its beak is no joke either. Although, at first glance, it don't look like much, but don't underestimate it, because it can close at a significant force to crush through hard objects such as your bones, but also through seeds and nuts. Though I won't adjust the arms because their arms are relatively weak. Well, despite this animal using its head or legs as a weapon. But like I said, I'm using this animal's DNA for the beak and for its strong legs for speed and agility. With that being said, let's talk about the weapons. Now, there are a lot of dinosaurs that have their own kinds of weapons. Claws, clubs, tail whips, or spikes, anything really. But of course, we're gonna stick with claws because, you know, it seems to be useful for most dinosaurs. Now, I did thought of using Therizinosaurus DNA because of its long, straight, and curved claws, but nah, I would consider having the claws to be a little bit more robust. Good thing I thought of one, which is why I'm putting Baryonyx DNA. Now, what sets Baryonyx apart by most Spinosaurs is particularly the large claw on its thumb, given its name, Heavy Claw. This will not only help the hybrid to do some good slashing, but also will have a good grip on some animals that will try to get away. The arms will also put into good use to support and allow for powerful movement by slashing and gripping onto any animal, leaving the claws to do all the dirty work with its powerful grasping and hooking action to grip any opponent down that it gets into the hybrid's way. To put the arms in more use, next up we're putting Edmontosaurus DNA with its powerful limbs and arms as well. We will also be adding the size of this animal as well so that we have the hybrid to be more beefy. Oh, and also we'll allow the hybrid to be capable of walking on all fours or allowing it to run on all fours if it wants to. But mostly it would have been likely be running on twos. Now, to discuss about armor, Ankylosaurus would be a good option for armor and for the hybrid to have a clubbed tail. However, there is another Ankylosaur that's covered in armor, with spikes all over its body and tail, and that is the Polycampus. Now what sets this ankylosaur to be unique is that it was heavily armored and was covered with spikes and bony plates all over its body, making it a formidable opponent to other carnivores. So by adding spiky armor into the hybrid, it'll make it pretty difficult for any dinosaur to encounter it, basically making the hybrid into a spike wall. So before I discuss about the other genes of what I'm going to put in this hybrid, I'm going to cut it short so I won't have to keep you guys waiting as long. Moving on. So for the animal genes we're about to discuss, first I'm going to place crab DNA. Why? Because their claws are coated with metal inside them. See for yourself. And no, this is just not a color pattern of their claws. That is actually metal. So since the Indominus 2.0 has metal teeth mixed with the North-tailed shrew against my hybrid mixed with crab DNA, it's metal teeth against metal claws. You see what I did there? Next up, we're putting a possum DNA. Thanks to its resistance to poison and venom, this allows my hybrid to shrug off the venom from the Indom's bite force. I'll also be adding intelligence of this animal with its excellent memories and also problem-solving abilities. To increase intelligence a little more, we'll be adding raven DNA. Although, I don't need to explain much of how good raven intelligence is, because these are one of the few smartest birds on the planet. However, raven intelligence don't really outperform chimpanzee intelligence, meaning that both share the same level of intelligence, but in a different way. But still, ravens are intelligent, and they're always forward planning themselves. This will help my hybrid be more cautious in battle when noticing what its opponents have, like claws or teeth, whatever, you get the point. Next we'll be putting cougar DNA with its agility and night vision. These big cats are able to jump high off the ground about 18 feet, and they're also capable of climbing through tough terrain such as trees or cliffs, which is where the Edmontosaurus and the Gigantoraptor DNA comes to play. And for the cougar's night vision isn't too shabby. Their night vision allows them to hunt in low light and from dusk to dawn, allowing my hybrid to have excellent vision during the nighttime. Second to last one, we're putting in great white shark DNA. Now, obviously, I'm applying the bite force of this animal because since the Acro's bite force isn't as strong compared to T-Rex, so why not double it so that the hybrid would have a more piercing and bone-crushing bite. And for our last animal into the mix, we're putting in crowns of thorns starfish DNA. I will be adding the venomous spikes covering around the hybrid's body and armor, along with its regeneration. This will help protect the hybrid's skin from any other dinosaurs that would attack its skin. Meaning that if any dinosaurs decided to come into contact with the hybrid skin, the crowns of thorn spines are contained with toxin that can cause severe pain, redness, swelling, and any other serious reactions. And much like most starfish, their regenerations are very strong to even regenerate any limb from their body. So, in case of my hybrid loses a limb in combat, they can safely regenerate a new one. And that's just about it. I have finally created an animal that could stand a fairly good chance against the Indominus 2.0. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Thrash, or for its full name, Lacerosaurus mordacius. Name meaning scheming butcher. This is a pharaoh-pursuing killing machine that'll go out its way to kill any apex predator that it sees, allowing it to becoming the apex predator of the food chain. Dare to provoke this thing and you'll seriously get some nasty bites, slashes, and wounds from this predator. Now, this all comes down to question. Can my hybrid defeat the Indominus 2.0 and would it remain victorious? Well, the answer is that it depends. Because I'm not one of those people who are going to say, oh hey, yeah, my hybrid is definitely going to kill the Indominus Rex 2.0. There might be some few flaws with Thrash that I'm not even aware of, but consider how the Indominus Rex 2.0 has less genes compared to mine. The Indom might stand more of a chance against Thrash, despite having the right DNA components in its gene system. And if Thrash was capable of having to stand its ground more often, then it might stand a chance against the Indominus. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below of who would win. And reason I decided to join this great hybrid war is because I was bored and, Yeah, and I kind of just did this for fun. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.